Hello, everyone, and welcome to this vlog where we cover the great work Koltiva is doing for the benefit of farmers in Indonesia. The GSMA Innovation Fund for the Digitization of Agricultural Value Chains, launched in 2019, aims to scale digital solutions for the agricultural last mile, improving smallholder farmers' financial inclusion, livelihood, and climate resilience. The fund has grantees in 7 markets, including Koltiva in Indonesia. This is the third in a series of blogs and vlogs introducing our grantees and key partners supporting the Innovation Fund. I'm joined today by Manfred Boer, CEO of PT Koltiva, and Rio Radetio, Product Manager at PT Koltiva. Thank you both for joining us. Could you please introduce Koltiva and the history of the company and your area of focus and why you applied for the GSMA Innovation Fund?
Thank you, Ahmed. Koltiva is an end-to-end software as a service solutions company. We make agri-tech supply chains more sustainable, reliable, and transparent. Since 2013, we provide customized software and holistic services to agri-businesses around the world. Established in Indonesia, but also later incorporated in Switzerland, we currently operate in 30 countries. Our mission is to digitize agribusinesses and farmers to transition to sustainable production and traceable sourcing from farm to fork. That also brought us then into contact with GSMA. We saw a huge benefit for Koltiva to start collaborating with GSMA in this innovation fund to get more into the fintech space. So we are a pure agri-tech so far, but with the aim to provide a holistic end-to-end solution, including e-payments and e-commerce platforms, where our current clients, farmers, and traders can more effectively collaborate, including cashless payments.
So, Rio, picking on that specific opportunity in fintech, Koltiva is looking to expand into the intersection of agri and fintech. What is that fintech opportunity that you see in Indonesia, and how does that tie in with your ongoing work?
Yeah, thank you, Ahmed. So all these times, farmers have hard time to have a bank loan, to cover the cost of production due to collateral as one of the requirements to access credit from formal financial institutions such as a bank. So helping farmers in terms of financial support is almost realistic. In addition, the farmers only have a limited option. They can get financial support only from informal money lenders, but with a high interest rate, meaning that the most of the farmers will never access to attractive financial facilities offered by the government. So nowadays, adaptability is precisely what business owners and farmers expect and need. We believe that we can fill the needs of all agribusiness players, and we are fully confident that we are one of the major players in the global economy and agribusiness landscape. So by connecting farmers' needs, we are also feeding all human being needs. So we are in the process of digital payment, as it is impossible to be on the agri-tech side as a holistic company that provides end-to-end service agribusiness. So we know that agri-tech is a liaison between FIs and farmers as well as SMEs. But to make this happen, cooperation is needed from various aspects such as FIs, agri-insurance, agri-input manufacturer or distributor, and also regulatory bodies such as Financial Service Authority, or in Indonesia well known as OJK. So there is enormous opportunity for FI in agribusiness. But the target accuracy is also highly needed, especially for agricultural development. So here, Koltiva will develop loans to farmers by allocating them to agri-input instead of usually providing by cash loans. So in the process, Koltiva and agribusiness make loan plan for farmers. FI helps with low interest loans, namely people business credit. This is subsidized by the government of Indonesia, and also agribusiness and Koltiva field agents can also take part on this by creating, helping the farmers loan plan, and the agri input manufacturers or distributor or kiosks will supply the plants, such as a fertilizer and seeds. So in addition, the role of insurance is also a complement for the security of loan repayment for farmers. Because if there are disaster or drought, insurance can help with the installment repayment. So how the repayment for farmers works? What we plan is by selling their crops, and we will set aside part of the crops payment for loan repayments. Therefore, cooperation in various sectors is needed.
Great, thank you so much for that, Rio. And one of the other areas that Koltiva does a lot of work in is climate resilience. That's obviously one of our focus areas within the GSMA Innovation Fund as well. So it would be great to understand what work you do towards climate resilience and what you're planning to do in the coming years.
So as you know, in the past few years, the intensity of challenges in the agricultural sector is increased by the extremes and difficult to predict of global climate change phenomenon. So the performance of agricultural system or agribusiness activities is highly influenced by the global climate change, although it could also bring opportunities to provide certain benefits. So it is worth mentioning that Koltiva cooperates with agribusiness to encourage farmers not to grow crops in protected forest areas. We also have the applications, namely farm clouds used by the farmers. So in the farm cloud also have information about the weather forecast and can be means of anticipation for farmers. So and also the farm cloud also have articles, can be a means of education for farmers to be able to respond if there's a climate change such as a dry season and such like that or drought. We are still continuing to develop a climate smart advisory and weather-based index insurance, and this is still being planned by the insurance company. And all of these are also the part of the GSMA project.
Thank you, Rio, for highlighting your work in the climate resilience space. Now, if we come now to the challenge of implementing some of these objectives that we've laid out, especially in the area of financial inclusion, what are the main challenges that you face in implementing these solutions in Indonesia?
So the object of the Innovation Fund is to realize of the digital payments and finance in Indonesia. So we have existing challenge that we face. So for example, like first challenge is a bad internet connectivity in Indonesia. The most crucial thing is a successful digital payment project is with a good internet connection, whereas there is only 56% with only 150 million from its 268 million population has access to the internet in Indonesia. And the second challenge is many farmers still don't have bank accounts. We run the digital payments through a bank transfer and also with the e-wallet method. And obviously, e-wallet also need a bank to withdraw the money. And the third challenge, maybe this is the last challenge, is also the digital payment fees. We need to cooperate with the payment gateway to reduce the digital payment fees. So all agribusiness players don't feel burdened to use this digital payments service, especially from the farmer side.
Thank you so much for that, Rio. And coming back to you, Manfred, I know Koltiva does a lot of work with a number of agribusinesses and farmers running into the hundreds of thousands. It would be great to understand what are your key strategic priorities going forward, even outside of the Innovation Fund.
Thank you, Ahmed. To keep it short, our vision is to be the world's leading agri-tech company in building ethical, transparent, and sustainable supply chains. By that, we are setting up offices now as well in Ecuador, Ivory Coast, and Philippines, and eventually in Vietnam. So a global expansion with our boots on the ground, which are crucial for success, is in progress. But also to achieve our strategic plan, we have a product roadmap in place to consolidate our holistic features of our crop-specific farm management information systems, traceability systems, ERP and CRMs into one super app. We call it Trace, which is then combining all the learnings from the past 8 years on cocoa, palm, rubber, seaweed, and other specific supply chains. And in line with this, we also consolidate our mobile applications from currently 4 apps to only 2 mobile applications for iOS and Android, targeting small, medium enterprises with 1 super app and a fully focused producer and smallholder application.
So last question, Manfred, you worked in this space for a long time. It would be great to hear your thoughts on what key lessons or advice that you want to give to startups working in the agri-tech sector.
Yeah, key lesson learned from Koltiva is, and also our competitive advantage, that we have the boots on the ground. Means technology is only a tool to support and improve data collection. Blockchain, chatbots, drones, satellite images, they're not verifying anything, but eventually supporting the scaling up. There is still a lot of farmers who do not use a smartphone, which means they should be covered with one-on-one coaching to support the farming families implementing their development plans. The world still needs more agronomists who do not fear the hard work of extension services and not holding hands, but actually collaborate with farmers to visit the farmers, coach farmers on technology, financial literacy, and the good agriculture practices to meet our international client standards. So a key advice for startups before developing wonderfully designed beautiful applications and then requiring an online mode 100%, then you're going to fail completely. It needs a full adaptation to local rural conditions, not only in Indonesia, but across most of the world. Not every corner is reached with telecom, meaning you need to have online, offline features integrated in these applications. And if those offline features fail, have the boots on the ground to support.
As you heard from Rio and Manfred, the challenges facing smallholder farmers in Indonesia, as in many other markets, are immense. As Koltiva grows their suite of services for smallholders, they seek to address the lack of viable economic identities, limited access to affordable credit, as well as the lack of product and services that enhance climate resilience of farmers. All this while they continue to improve their existing services to improve transparency and traceability in the agricultural last mile. With funding from the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office, we in the GSME Agri-Tech program are working with Koltiva and grantees in 6 other markets to design, develop, and scale digital services to improve the lives of smallholders. To read more about our work and our innovation fund, please visit our website. Well, thank you so much, Rio and Manfred, for your insightful comments. And as GSMA, we look forward to working with you over the next year and a half to implement and materialize some of those amazing plans that you've laid out. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much, Ahmed, and looking forward to further digitize rural supply chains together.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Great. Thank you.